Hello Opals users. In this short clip, I'm going to cover setting up your closing dates editor for the coming school year or library year. This is very important as you do not want books falling due when the library is closed, especially on long breaks such as Thanksgiving, winter, Christmas break, spring break, when the library is closed for a number of days in a row. To get to the closing dates editor, go to the Admin tab, Preferences. Once you're at Preferences, it's about 3/4 of the way down, the Closing Dates Editor. And here we are. The first thing we need to adjust is the last date, i.e. the last due date. Most librarians, in schools especially, will set the last due date for all items 2 weeks before the last day of school. That way the books can dribble in over that last 2 weeks, and you won't have books going out that may never come back until the next fall or ever. Click the calendar here. Our school is closed on the 23rd. That's the last day of school. So I'm going to make the 9th the last day for books to be due. If someone comes in on the 8th and takes an item out, it will be due on the 9th. The next thing we want to address is stuff from last year. So this was spring break from last February. So I'm going to delete these. There's no reason to have them from last year. We'll start adding our first closing date. And by the way, our school here is open in August, at the end of August. So the first closing date will be Labor Day. By the way, you can use the statutory holiday pick list. I tend not to. I work from the school calendar. I find it easier. But you can click this and choose the days off as you like. So for Labor Day, we'll click the calendar. We'll go to September 2nd, put in a description. And now I need to add more closing dates. And the next closing date will be Columbus Day. So I click Add More Closing Dates, click the calendar, go to October 14th, type in the name. Okay, the next closing date will be a PD, a Professional Development Day, and that will be in early November, looking at my calendar. It's going to be November 4th, and it's a PD day. Then the following close days will be for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to click Add More Closing Days, go to my calendar, and go to November. Thanksgiving is the 28th. Our school is very generous. We stop, our Thanksgiving break begins on the 20th. So I'm going to click the 20th. Type in Thanksgiving break, and here's a nice trick. You can click this dupe key so you don't have to do it back and forth, and just add the whole time you're closed throughout the Thanksgiving break. And Thanksgiving is on the 28th and school is closed on the 29th. So I'm done. So that dupe key is very helpful. I'll do one more, add more closing dates, and I'll do our Christmas break. So I'll go to Christmas, November, December, here we are. Christmas is on the 25th. Our school is very generous. Our first day off for winter break is the 16th. So I've got winter break, and we do not reopen school until January 3rd. So I will hit this dupe key a number of times all the way to January 2nd, because that's the last day of the winter break. So you can see you're hitting your dupe key a bunch, but it's just very good to have all these in here so your students don't have books falling due on days that you are closed. So the 2nd is the last day of winter break, and now I'm going to hit the Save button. And don't forget the Save button, or you have to do it all over again. So in review, I've made June 9th our last due date. Our last day of school is the 23rd, but I like 2 weeks to have all the books be coming in and get the library ready for next year. Then I added Labor Day, Columbus Day, and PD Day, and then for Thanksgiving break I put the first day in and I clicked the dupe key all the way through our Thanksgiving break, and then I added winter/Christmas break, and I used the dupe key all the way to the 2nd of January, which is our last day off, and then students come back on the 3rd. That may sound weird, odd day to come back, but just for examples. And don't forget to hit save. I hope this short tutorial is helpful, and all the best.